Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am Timmy Treacle, and the next movie reviews I'm going to do for you are all part of the same franchise. I'm a big fan of the Critter franchise, and I have yet to see 3, 4, and 5, and so I decided to watch them today and finish the franchise, and I will be reviewing those 3 movies here real quick, and then I will do a ranking of those movies in another video. So, first movie review, Critters 3 was released on December 11th, 1991. It's a science fiction horror movie. This one has a 0% on Rotten Tomatoes based on 6 reviews. It has a 4.4 out of 10 on IMDb and an 84% on Google. It was written by David J. Shaw. And the movie stars Leonardo DiCaprio, Almy Brooks, and Don Opper, who returns as Charlie the Bounty Hunter. But Annie and her family are basically her brother and dad are in this apartment building. He's got the business to take care of, and while they're there, they are attacked by the critters. The movie mainly takes place in this one building. Leonardo DiCaprio's character of Josh, him and his stepdad is the landlord. He is going there to evict them so he can build something else there. And he's basically ripping them off too because he's got to give them money to relocate and everything, and he's reneging on that as well. And this is the movie. This is Critters 3. The main reason I wanted to watch this movie because Leonardo DiCaprio's in it. And like I said, I'm a fan of the franchise, and I wanted to see how bad this movie was. It's not a great movie, let's just put it that way. It was just meh, you know. The best thing about the movie were the critters, in my opinion. I love the humor that's involved with this franchise. But as far as the acting goes, some of the acting was subpar, not believable. But like I said, it takes place in this apartment building majority of the movie. And of course, Don Opper, who plays Charlie, he's a bounty hunter. He comes there pretty much in the third act to help save the day. This movie is part 1 of 2. The next sequel picks up right where this one left off. And at the end of this movie, you have a message from space. It's from Ugg, who was in the previous 2 movies as Charlie's partner. Now he's become more of an a-hole in this movie, in the 4th movie. But as far as the 3rd movie goes, Charlie thinks he's wiped out all the critters. He finds 2 eggs. And with that, Ugg explains to him that there are laws against wiping out an entire species, and so he wants Charlie to bring those 2 eggs and place them in this spaceship that is coming to collect them and send them back. But yeah, as far as part 3 goes, you know, it's pretty much it's in one place, the apartment building. And the best thing about the movie is the critters. So I gave Critters 3 a 5 out of 10. But we pick up with Critters 4. This time, it deals with being in space, like we haven't seen that before. Critters 4 was released on October 14th, 1992. Again, it's a science fiction horror movie. It has a 4.1 out of 10 on IMDb and 86% on Rotten Tomatoes, or 86% on Google. Excuse me. It was directed by Rupert Harvey and written by David J. Shaw and Joseph Lyle. And it stars Don Opper, Terrence Mann, Angela Bassett, Brad Dourif, and Anne Ramsey. And this movie, like I said, it takes place in space. What happens is at the end of part 3, Charlie is summoned by Ugg to place those 2 eggs in a pod and send them back. Charlie accidentally gets caught in the pod and goes with. Fast forward to the year 2045. It's been many years since that thing was sent into space. Ugg and his people have been looking for it. Um, these other people on the spaceship stumble upon it, bring it on board, and of course, all hell breaks loose when one of them decides to be stupid and not heed to the warnings of not messing with it. And they are basically picked off one by one by the critters. Uh, this movie, again, it's another movie in space. What is it with horror movies being in space? You know, we have Leprechaun in space. Now we got the critters, which they are from outer space, but we got them going back in space. And then Jason X, Jason's in space. I mean, come on. Enough with the space when it comes to these horror icon people and creatures. I would have been much happier if the movie was just back on Earth, in my opinion. Um, but again, this Critters 4, it's not a good movie. The acting is subpar. The story is bland. It's nothing we ain't seen before. You know, it's alien in a way. You know, you just got critters. You know, critters are killing these people instead of aliens. You know, yeah, it's not a good movie. I'm really disappointed with this movie and the previous work. Uh, so the only reason I wanted to watch it, well, besides being a fan, Angela Bassett was the best part about this movie. She was the only one that was acting. Besides, Brad Dourif was okay, but nothing really to speak home about. Anna Ramsey was good. But it was Angela Bassett who shined in this movie for sure. But with that, I will give Critters 4 a 4 out of 10 and 2 thumbs down. Yeah, just not a good movie in my opinion. So, moving on to the final movie in the Critter franchise so far, Critters Attacks was released to the Sci-Fi Network on July 23rd, 2019. It's a science fiction horror movie. It has a 3.7 out of 10 on IMDb, a 44% on Rotten Tomatoes, which really shocked me, and a 53% on Google. That's one of the lowest Google scores I've ever seen. Well, this was directed by Bobby Miller and written by Scott Lobdell. This is the 5th movie in the franchise. It stars Shia Washington, Dee Wallace, Jack Fulton, and Ava Preston. And this is about a young woman who really wants to go to college, especially the college that her mom went to. She's denied for the second time, so she works her butt off. But she's also been tasked with babysitting one of the professor's kids on her day off. And from there, they run into one of the critters. But this time, which is what I really like, they have a female critter in this movie. We're introduced to her. And I thought it was pretty sweet. And the look of her, I like the look of her too. And of course, Dee Wallace, she plays a bounty hunter in this movie, which I thought was pretty cool. I would have liked to see more of her, especially in the second and third acts. But outside that, this was a decent movie. Definitely the best of the 3 that I watched today. Not by. It was a lot of fun. Again, the critters were the main focus of the movie. The fun thing about the movie, their sense of humor. I love when they talk and we get the subtitles and stuff. And this is just a fun, old-fashioned movie. As far as the sequels go, this is the ranking. But other than that, I will give Critters Attacks a 6 out of 10. Have it. Reviews for Critters 3, 4, and Critters Attacks. Movies. Give me your thoughts and opinions. And of the 3, which one was your favorite? For me, Critters Attacks. With this movie, for the most part, it's not a great film by any means, but it was just. Stay tuned for many more movie reviews. I thank you guys for watching, and check you later.